guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to test out a bunch of products and also use my staple products which I'm in love with. Today's video is going to be all drugstore, which I absolutely love a good drugstore product. So if you're interested, let's begin. Before we go into the tutorial, I definitely wanted to mention Dossier. They kindly reached out to me and I am so grateful they did. I cannot be more happy. I cannot. Dossier is a brand, if you guys have not heard them before, they are the brand who sells perfumes at an affordable rate. And who doesn't love that? You do not have to be rich to smell rich. That's the whole point about Dossier. I love them. Now, my eyes were on MFK's Baccarat Rouge because I initially tried Baccarat Rouge 540 especially. If you guys have not seen that perfume, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And my eyes were on that because it's a super expensive perfume. I had once in my life, that's all I could afford. That perfume is $370. I didn't want to go ahead and buy that again. Now, I'm a person who really loves floral scents. I'm a person who doesn't like woodsy scents like musk and all. The only perfume, the earthy scent perfume that I really liked was MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. And when I saw that Dossier did have a dupe on their website, I was like, I want that. And that is Ambre Saffron. These bottles are no less than a luxe bottle. It does have a magnetic closure. So satisfying. So satisfying. I already do have this, but I'm going to spray it again. Oh my God. That just brings back memories. I think of so many places that we traveled together using that perfume. I love it. I love when I can locate memories associated with the perfumes. That's the best thing. Now, let me just read out the notes because I'm very, very bad at that. So, Ambre Saffron has top notes of saffron, orange blossom, middle notes of jasmine, plum, and cedarwood, and the base notes of oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. Now, this is the only, that earthy, musky, woodsy scent that I love. And they have encaptured that Baccarat Rouge perfume in this bottle so nicely that I can cry. I am not even exaggerating. This is so beautiful. Now, right now, I'm using Lancome's Estebelle perfume. I'll show it on the screen for you guys. And that is more of a floral scent. And that's my signature scent right now. And for that, they also have a dupe. So I can go ahead and buy that. Oh my God, I cannot be more happy. And that is called Gourmand Orange Blossom. If you've not tried Loreal Estebelle from Lancome, you need to. Especially if you love floral, you need that in your life. Let me tell you the prices. The actual retail price of Ambre Saffron perfume is $49. So instead of $370 for Baccarat Rouge, you're only paying $49. But let me make it more exciting for you. If you are new to Dossier, the welcome bonus is 20% off on top of the retail price. And it's not over. If you click on the link that is in my description box below, I think it is Sony 10, but you can just click on the link and that would give you 10% stacked on top of the 20% welcome bonus. That would make it a 30% off. I'm just saying. Nothing better than getting these perfume at an affordable rate. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. But let me tell you, even the Gourmand Orange Blossom, that perfume's retail price is $29. Now you do your calculations. It's going to be so affordable. I am just going to tell you, I know for a fact that you're definitely not going to regret your purchase at all. This is how your perfume will come in this beautifully packaged box. And when you open the box, it will say iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. And it comes with the flap. So it will clearly tell you what the top notes are, base notes are, the middle notes are. And it is inspired by Baccarat Rouge, MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540. And concentration is 18%. And let me read this out to you. They say, our mission is to deliver highest quality luxury inspired fragrances at a fair price, giving you the freedom to explore new scents. Dossier reproduces classic high-end luxury scents at a fraction of the price, keeping the exact same high quality by cutting all the expenses and the infamous brand taxes, which we love. I mean, I certainly love. We have a risk-free system allowing our customers to try perfumes before committing to them. So if they decide to return the scent, we offer standard 30-day return period in which the customers can return any unsealed 50 ml Dossier perfume and get a full refund, no questions asked. I mean, they're so upfront, but why will you return it? I mean, this is an exact perfume. I mean, I can smell it and that gives me feels. I cannot be more happy and I really hope that you guys will give them a try. I love the way they package their perfumes. I love the way it feels. It's a glass bottle. It feels heavy. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And the scent that they have encaptured is like no other. So that's all about Dossier. I leave all the details on the screen as well as in the description box below. So definitely give it a try. I think you will be so happy. But now without further ado, let's move on to get ready with me. So let's begin. I'm super excited. There are a lot of my staple products as well as new products. So let's begin. For the primer, because I'm testing out a new foundation, I want to go with like my staple primer as well as the concealer so that we can test out the foundation for the whole day. For the primer, I'm going to take my Catrice Keep Me Matte Primer. And I absolutely love this. If you are more on like the oily side, and if you want to keep your face matte for the entire day, you absolutely need this. And it is not like a pore filling primer by any means. It just feels like a moisturizer, but it keeps all the oils at bay. Like my face feels matte till the end of the day, but it's not like tacky or sticky, or it doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. Now let's move on to a new foundation. Now this is the foundation that actually came out last year, but I did not have a chance to pick it up. So I actually went to Target because tomorrow we are actually having our first snow. So I was getting prepared for that with snow gloves and all. So I just went into the beauty aisle and I saw this foundation and I was like, yeah, I really wanted to test that out. And I'm talking about the L'Oreal True Match Nude Serum Foundation. And I picked out the shade Medium 5-6. And this is like medium to tan skin tone. It appears to be a little more dark, but we'll see. Because it's like a serum foundation, I think it can go from medium skin tone up till tan skin tone, and I think fall right in the middle. So I thought of picking this up. By the way, I tried to get my shade like matched with the reviews online. I could not find anybody use this shade. Everybody was either in the tan zone or in the 4 to 5 zone, which is for medium skin tone. So I thought I'll do a 5 to 6 and help you guys. If you are my skin tone, you would get a better idea. As you can see, it's like a dropper applicator. And also another thing, I actually heard a lot of people saying that this is $20. I paid like $15 from Target. So I think it definitely depends on where you are shopping. I think the shade match is absolutely beautiful. I think this will definitely work out for me. Okay, so I did not use the whole dropper, but I think this is enough. Let's take a clean brush so that we can test it out. And this is Morphe's M439. It's like a round buffing brush. I'm using a brush just because I have a little bit of acne scar and I want a little more coverage. And I actually love applying my foundations with the brush, as you guys know. So it's definitely a very natural finish on the skin, I would say, because I can definitely see my imperfections on the skin with at least one layer. We'll see if we can build it out or not. But I think shade matte is absolutely spot on. Might be like one shade darker, but I think once we apply a concealer and all, it'll be all good. And I tend to tan pretty easily. You know, Indian skin tones. I mean, I tan super easily. I go out like to a beach or something, my tan would stay for like 6 months. Not even kidding. So if you are looking for like that skin tint kind of a look, I think one layer is beautiful and it is absolutely weightless on my skin. So I'll come a little closer so that you guys can see with one layer. And again, this is the foundation shade 5-6. Now, let's see if we can build it up or not. I mean, I'm okay with my skin showing a little bit of imperfections because, I mean, that's how we are. We are no perfect. I am not. I'm far from being perfect. So let's see if we can build it up or not. Oh, it's buildable. It's easily buildable, I would say. Like I can totally see like my redness all going away with the second layer. I think I can make the fourth shade also work for me, the medium shade. But I'm glad I took this shade just because, as I said, there's no reviews on the internet, at least the time I'm filming, for this shade. And I was like, I could not find one. I was like, yeah, we need something from medium to tan, something in the middle. So I am really very happy. It really matches my neck really well, as you guys can see. And because I'll tend to be a little more tan in the summer season, so I'm happy that I picked out this shade because I have a lot of lighter foundations in my collection, so I can definitely put like a drop of this into that, mix it up and use that more. So I am very happy. Okay, now let's move on to the concealer. For the concealer, I'm going to use my Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer, and this I am in the shade 145. Now this one is not light on me at all. This is basically my skin shade, which is okay. Like you can see, it's a little lighter right now just because the foundation that we applied is like a tiny little bit darker on me. But that's okay. I think this would act perfectly with the foundation. So basically, I'm just going to brighten up the center of the face. And I'm also going to apply that as an eye primer. I love this concealer. If you guys have not tried this concealer, I mean, do me a favor, try this, and I can guarantee you this would be like your best concealer if you've not tried it as yet. Especially if you are a combo oily skin tone, you need that absolutely in your life. This was like my #1 concealer for the year 2021. And I cannot be more happy. So that's how everything is looking. Now let me just give you a close up how it looks with like 2 layers of foundation and with concealer and everything. I really hope that you guys can see how my skin is looking, like the base makeup on. I love it. I really love, and it doesn't feel tacky or it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup. That's the best feeling. Like when you're wearing makeup and your face is like perfected and you do not feel it. Like I love it. By the way, I did my brows already and I used my e.l.f.'s brow pencil, the Precise brow pencil, and I'm in the shade Cool Brown. So that's what I have on my brows. Let's just moisturize our lips. And this is Ulta Beauty's Juice Infused Lip Oil. And this one is in the flavor cranberry and pomegranate. So by the time we reach that step, it's all like moisturized. Now for the powder, I'm going to take my Catrice True Skin Powder. And I absolutely love this one. And this one is in the shade Transparent Matte. If you need like a translucent shade, I would highly recommend this. And I love the packaging that it is not spilling everywhere. It has that sifter that actually saves the messiness. Love it. Okay, so let's apply a tiny little bit underneath the eyes. Now I'm going to take like a big fluffy brush, and this is my Real Techniques powder brush. And I'm just going to loosely apply it all over my face so that it just sets my foundation pretty well, just because my skin type is more combo oily. Yeah, especially in the T-zone I get a little more on the oilier side, but the rest of the face would be more normal. So I would say combo skin type. Okay, now for the bronzer, I'm gonna take my oldie bronzer, and this is my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Suntan. Oh my god, I love this bronzer. Cannot wait to apply this. Like, this is such a beautiful finish on the face. And I love like that tan finish that it gives me. It's not too much. It's not orangey by any means. That's what I absolutely love this bronzer for. And the finish is absolutely lovely. I know a lot of you guys have asked me when I'm like doing my nose contour which brush is this, and this is actually from Sigma, and this is from their Practique line, and this is just called the shade brush. I love this cut on this brush, and it is absolutely perfect for my nose contour. I mean, this makes my nose contour do like apply so easily. Like you can see how crisp that is. Like I love it. Now let's move on to the highlighter. We'll come back to the blush at the after we have done with the eye makeup, because I don't know what I'm gonna do for my eye makeup. For my highlighter, I'm gonna take my Pixi by Petra's highlighter, and this one is in the shade Delicate Dew. I absolutely love this. Mine has actually shattered, but I still use it so much. I'm gonna take that bronze side because that's my favorite. I mean, although the pink side is also absolutely lovely, but I love like a bronze side for my everyday. I mean, it's blinding. You can see it, but I love it. You can find this in Target or on the Pixi's website. I mean, it's such a wet looking highlighter. I absolutely love this one. Now, before moving on to the eyes, I just want to set my face, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. setting spray. Now, recently, e.l.f. did come out with their blue light setting spray. It seems very similar to this one, but the only difference is that it would act like a primer also, as well as the setting spray, and it prevents it from the blue light radiations. I don't know, we definitely cannot see it, but once I run out of this, and I can definitely try that out. Now let's move on to the eyeshadow palette. Now the eyeshadow palette that I really wanted to try for a long time, this is from Colourpop, and this is their Ticket to Dreamland palette. Now I saw Steph from the Steph's Beauty Stash like rave about this palette so much, and I think this was like one of her top palettes for 2021, and this went on a discount recently on Ulta, and I think I grabbed it for $9. This looks beautiful. All the shades that are included in it is all safe for eye area. I mean, it's very unusual for Colourpop to like go this route and like experiment with the shades, which I am glad they did. I really like. Now I really don't like the mattes with shimmer row, but I'm pretty sure Steph mentioned that once you blend it on the eyes, it's just like a top layer. So yeah, that'll be okay, but it has some beautiful shimmers, and it does come with a mirror, and this one is like a bigger size pan for Colourpop. Generally Colourpop's pan size is small. If you have that limoncello palette, I think the size is very similar to that. So let's start applying. I've done a lot of colorful looks recently, so I want to go more on the natural route, but we'll see. I mean, I'm ready to experiment, but I don't know. So I'm going to first take this shade, which is called Come All, and it's basically like a matte creamsicle shade. And I'm going to, basically what I'm going to do is like set my eyelids with it so that it has that creamsicle shade as a base. I mean, the pigment is there, you can see it. Now I'm going to take this shade, which is called Lucidity from the palette, and this is more of like that tan shade. I really love this shade. It appears to be more orangey on my eyes, but that's okay. Wanted to go wanted to go for a natural look. It might turn colorful in just a second. I like this. This actually does remind me a lot of that pumpkin spice shade from the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. You guys know I love that palette. I'm going to also apply that on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take this shade, which is called Walking Dream, and we're then going to build it out with this shade, which is called Roundabout. So I'm first going to take Walking Dream and see how pigmented that is. As soon as I dipped into this shade, this is definitely more powdery and a little more deep than this shade that we applied, which is called Lucidity. Okay, next I'm going to dip into that Roundabout shade, which is more of that gray brown shade. It's a very deep cool tone brown shade. I'm just going to build that in the outer corner. That's beautiful. Look at that. That can give a lot of depth. Now let's see if it is blendable or not. That blended beautifully. The only thing that I'm seeing is definitely the bottom row, at least the one that has like specks of glitter in it, has a lot of fallout. It's very powdery. It's not giving me fallout on the face, and It might be because I'm tapping off the excess, but it is super powdery even in the pan. The rest of them were not that powdery. I'm going back to that lucidity shade, that orange shade that we picked out, and I'm just gonna blend the edges so that we do not have any harsh lines at the end. Oh my god, I'm loving it. Loving it. This is like my kind of shade. I really like it. I don't know why, but I feel like I should dip into this. This feels like a pressed glitter, but there's no eye safety warning. Maybe because it's like, it is definitely a pressed glitter, but it's very, very finely milled. So let's see how it applies in the eyes. Oh my god, that's stunning. Oh wow, that's so nice and so impactful. Oh my god, that's lovely. Can you see it? Oh my god. This has so much dimension on it too. Like, it's definitely a pale gold, but it has a lot of copper specks of glitter in it. And that is actually meshing out with the orange that we have in the crease. This looks so beautiful in person. I actually do not know whether you guys can see this or not, but it's absolutely pretty in person. Oh my god, that was stunning. I do have a little specks of glitter on my face, but it is wiping out too, so I'm not concerned about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brown eyeliner, the pencil liner from Essence, and this is the Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade But First Espresso, and line my waterline, because I think that will just tie in everything together. I'm also going to take this shade, which is called Walking Dream, from the palette. Just tap off the excess and just blend it out on my lower lash line with that dark brown eyeliner that we applied. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to take this shade, which is called Come One. Okay, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to take that on my inner corners. And this is more of that champagne gold shade. Now I'm going to quickly finish off my eyes with some liner and mascara. So for the liner, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Break Proof liner. And for the mascara, I picked out this from e.l.f. and this is the Big Mood Mascara. Now I picked this out in completely different shade by mistake because I was planning to get a black shade, but this is deep brown. So, and I do not have one brown mascara in my collection, so I'm okay with it. So let's see how it applies. And you guys know I'm like very, very loyal to my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And the wand actually looks very similar. I'm definitely seeing a lot of separation, but I'm not seeing as much volume. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let me see. Like, it's giving me a lot of separation, which I really, really like. But I would have loved if there's a little more volume, but that's okay. Okay. There's a lot more things to like be happy about. Okay, now let's move on to the lips. Let's first line our lips with BFF3 lip liner from Colourpop. I think I can go a little deep, which I never go. But we'll try. So this is Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon, and this one is in the shade Live on the Edge. I think we can do this. Yeah. Okay, now let's move on to the blush. I think we should go for like a peachy blush. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Turks and Caicos. It's been quite some time. So let's take that. And that's my final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I absolutely love the way it all turned out. Out of the things that I tried today, I would definitely say the way it's looking on my skin, I really, really like the foundation from L'Oreal. Mascara was like, okay. I love the separation, but I would have loved if there's more volume to it. I mean, I loved how the way my eyeshadow turned out. I definitely have to try a lot more shades. I only tried 5 shades out of the 12 pans, but this color story, I mean, they are lovely. And these are the swatches of the palette. I mean, you can see how beautifully everything's swatched. From the shimmers to the mattes, to that matte with the glitter particle. I mean, everything is superb. It looks stunning. Oh, wow. That, yeah. I love it. I absolutely loved it. And the other hit, of course, is the Dossier Perfume. I mean, if you want expensive high-end perfumes at an affordable price, look no further. You need to try this. I definitely am going to buy a lot more things from Dossier. Cannot wait to try more things. Don't forget to check out my link that I would be inserting in the description box below, and then stack 10% more on it. Who doesn't like an offer? I certainly do. You know I do. But yes, if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!